Hello and welcome to Lab 8, your last lab for CST 336. It's Sam again, and I'll just go straight into Aptana. So I'm still having some hosting issues. Love this school's hosting. Just love it. So in Aptana I've created two files, a login.html and a profile.php. They're both blank and deleted everything out of them. I'll be doing everything locally, but I have a running example of a previous student. This is what we're making. It's just a login, which you guys are already comfortable with, and then a profile. And you can browse and upload a different image, and it will switch. All right, so we'll start with the login. So I'm actually just going to paste in a big chunk of code. But this is mostly just the normal default viewport, etc. Change the student's name that I'm copying from. Don't copy from anyone. Favicon, etc. And then it's just a login. So method post takes us to profile.php action, username, password, submit button, named login form. Then I wrote the password in here. Pretty straightforward. So it's just this information right here. That's all it is. Yeah. So now the next step is we're going to mess with profile.php. So first I'm going to write all this HTML in. Little PHP in there too though. So we've got our normal doc type, HTML, etc. What I just went over once again. Gotta change the name. And then, so right here what it's saying is if the session is empty, we're going to put in our unknown JPEG. So this is basically just a temporary image. So you can pull one off the internet, the blank gray face, user icon, whatever you prefer, so that if there wasn't one uploaded like you saw in my example, it was cached. So if you go and we type in Bob password again, it'll have this image cached, but when you first make it, there'll be nothing there. So that's why we have this unknown JPEG. I gave it a class of profile pic. Obviously you can use it. So then this is our welcome username. So we're grabbing the session of a username. We'll write our session start and everything in a second. And then this is to make sure that the profile pic is still the same. So this might happen if, say, we've uploaded a different one. So that's the PHP that'll happen if we upload a different file. Now, this is our official step 1. So we're creating the HTML that will be this form to submit a new image. So we've got our form method post, and then this is our type, enc type. So it's a multi-part form data. Just allows us to browse for an image, and our text, and the type of file, input type file, and then we've got a submit button, and we are naming this file name. So this will be important for the future when which we grab the file from. So far we've created most of this HTML for profile, and we're just going to go ahead and write some PHP, and then we'll pretty much be there. So we're going to open PHP, and we're going to grab all this and paste it. And so we're starting a session, opening PHP. It's going to throw an error because I need to close PHP. And we're saying if it is not set, session username, login form. And then we're requiring a DB connection. Obviously, you got to change the path to your correct path. We're selecting from Lab9 user, a table that just has usernames, which, yeah, I'm sure you already have a table for that. Making sure the password, passing in the array, and then this is mostly, stuff you've already seen. So this is if record is not empty, we're gonna store some information in session variables. We're gonna store the username, and we're gonna see if there's a profile pic. So again, we're just echoing out welcome Bob, and then this is the new code. So if the file does not exist, record username. So if there's no file and record username in our database, then if there's no profile pic, we are going to create a record or create a mkdir, so create a directory or a folder in our hosting and name it the username. So there'll be a folder called Bob or whatever you log in as, Bood, whatever your login name is. And then obviously throw an error and send us back to login if else. And then we got to write our next step. And this is the last step, so we're pretty close. It's a pretty quick lab. You guys have been working hard all semester, so I'm sure you're just trying to finish up, and I'm proud of everyone so far. You've been doing a really good job, and obviously there are a lot of people who don't need my help or need my help, and you're probably just tired of listening to my voice on these tutorials, so I'll finish up. So then we're doing an if is set again, and on file name to check if they've submitted. Remember, we named this name down here file name, and if they've submitted a new file, we're gonna store in session profile pic the file name of the file. So this is just a PHP function. So we're gonna move upload files. So this is when we're uploading our file. So this is the syntax for it. It's the file name and where the file destination is going. So we've got file name right here, which is whatever it's called, you know, so that we can find it again, we can store it again and everything. I think the file I uploaded was called kmozart, so it would be kmozart as the file name, and then comma, and this is destination. So the folder we created, remember username Bob, and then we're concatenating on to the path a slash, and we're putting what the file name was. So it's what it is, and now that's the path to where it is. So that's how we upload a profile pic, and I think you should be good. And now if we just do one last test, you already saw it function, but we'll upload a different random file. Might take a second. And here's a big photo of Monterey that someone took. So that's Lab 8. Hope you guys had a good semester, and if you have any questions, let me know.